When people think of Rome, they usually imagine ancient ruins, grand monuments, and a city frozen in time. But what often gets overlooked is the Rome that exists today. The everyday life, the energy, and the new generation growing up in the shadow of this incredible history. I chose to make this documentary because I wanted to explore a side of Rome that isn't captured in postcards or history books. I wanted to hear directly from the young people who live here now, the ones who are shaping what Rome will become. Growing up myself in a world that often felt divided between tradition and modernity, I've always been curious about how young people find their place within the cultures that have deep historical roots. In Rome, this tension is almost tangible. It's a city where the ancient and the modern collide every day, and nowhere is that more visible than in the lives of its youth. How do they balance the weight of tradition with the desire for innovation? How do they define themselves in a city where so much has already been defined for them? Through the perspectives of three young women from different backgrounds in Rome, this film looks at how identity, culture, and daily life are experienced by the next generation. Their stories reveal the struggles, ambitions, and dreams that exist in a city known more for its past than its future. By listening to them, we get a glimpse into Rome that is alive, evolving, and still writing its story. This is their Rome, and this is their story. What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Natalie and I'm from Rome.
My name is Margherita and I'm from Orvieto. It's a small city in Umbria, not far from Rome.
What are you studying?
I'm studying mediation with English and Chinese language.
Do you like it?
Yeah, a lot.
What are any of your dreams or goals for after college?
After college, I would love to go to study abroad in Norway and to do a master. This year, I will probably graduate for my master here in Italy. So I would love to go and do a master in Norway. It's like 1 year, and after that, I think I try to find a job there. Or I will come back here to stay with my family, but for sure I want to go there. I see myself in 5 years far from Italy.
How important is family time in your daily life? And do you get together with your family often, even when you're in Rome?
My family is far from here. I don't usually go to my place. It may happen once in a month. Because I have another work, I am a waitress, so it's really difficult to go there just to spend time with them. I love my family. I think I regret to have this job because I miss them, and I'll be able to meet them during Easter. So yeah, but I miss them. I miss all the atmosphere.
Family is a part really important in my life because I usually spend a lot of time with them and I have a really great bond with them, especially my little cousin. Me and him are really bonded and I really love spending time with them, especially going to the cinema together or maybe eating something together is something we regularly do.
What part of the city do you live in?
I live in the northern part of the city.
How would you describe your neighborhood to someone who's never been there before?
My neighborhood is kind of quiet. It has a lot of green spaces and I love the atmosphere there because it's so intense.
What is the vibe or atmosphere of your neighborhood compared to other parts of Rome? Is it quiet, loud, or somewhere in between?
For sure, my neighbor is not loud as the center of Rome because there is less traffic or less people. In particular, there are more Italian people there living there, so it's more cozy or not loud.
The atmosphere of my neighborhood is particularly quiet. There are not many people and there are a lot of green areas.
How do you feel about living in a big city like Rome? Do you think it's easy to adjust to life here, or difficult depending on where you're from?
I think living in a big city such as Rome is a bit difficult for people coming from a small city because it's really chaotic. But at the same time, it's like you have a lot of things to do and you never get tired of it.
I live in a small city, but like here in Rome, it's more easy to reach places. It's Rome, so buses just come and go. It depends on which day is it.
What do you like to do in your free time?
I love writing because I love poems and essays, and at the same time I like playing guitar.
I like to play tennis, so I can easily find a place to play tennis compared to my place because there's just one place. And here you have many spots around your neighborhood, so it's easy to find what you are looking for, like also a gift. You can easily find a place, a shop.
What do you think is the most unique part of Roman culture or life that you think foreigners don't fully understand?
I think the main part of the culture in Rome is characterized by the food, and it's something so typical of Rome, and I think it's really good. It's so traditional and it's something Italians are so related to. For example, carbonara is a typical dish from Rome, which is my favorite one also. But I also love lasagna a lot.
What do you think the most unique part of Roman culture or life is that foreigners don't fully understand?
For sure, like when they go to Rome, they're like looking for the Italian style living, but I don't think it's that. Like, I think in Rome you can find all tourists, so it's not really, if they just stay in the center or like the common places, they don't really find what is Rome.
Do you engage in any sports or physical activities? And are there any specific recreational sports you like for exercising or just playing in general?
I'm attending a dance class about K-pop, which is like a mix of hip-hop and modern dance.
Do you have a favorite K-pop singer or group?
My favorite groups of K-pop are ATEEZ and BTS.
I love running, playing tennis, or like listening to music when I just like walking or I'm in the bus. I love it. Or like reading. I would say studying, but no, it's not my hobby. But yeah, also I love cooking sweets. So like any kind of cakes or vegan cakes or cinnamon rolls. I like to try new recipes sometime. So yeah.
What's your favorite thing about living in Rome?
For sure, living in Rome, like my favorite thing is to be able to walk like in places where, like looking at the map, you can easily try to find new places by walking or by all the metro and buses. But like you can go, I mean like, so like in my neighborhood, for sure they are going to find what it is to live in Rome. But like in the center, there are many difficulties or many persons that you can trust. So like I think they don't really understand how to live in Italy is by just staying in the center. So I suggest to go around, but also like in the small villages around Rome, like Castel Gandolfo, Ariccia, like all places that you can reach by car or by train.
What are some hobbies you like to do in your free time?
What is mine?
What are some hobbies you like to do in your free time?
And like specifically in Norway, I've studied Norwegian, so I think I want to go there and not just to study, but also to work there and have a family there. But like in 5 years, just to enjoy myself there.
Are there any specific places you frequent in your neighborhood, like cafes, parks, or shops?
In my neighborhood, there aren't many parks and places where I can go to because it's more like a place where a lot of people live. But I usually go to parks to have a walk and maybe read a book because I love the trees and I love the environment there because I can also see the mountains from the parks near where I live and I really love the view.
What is the name of your favorite park?
It doesn't really have a name because it's like a natural reserve and I really love taking walks there because it's like a wild part of my neighborhood.
What is the atmosphere or vibe of your neighborhood compared to other parts of Rome? Do you consider it busy, quiet, or somewhere in between?
Comparing my neighborhood to other parts of Rome it's more quiet than the other parts because it doesn't have a lot of people running by.
How do you feel about living in a big city like Rome? Would you consider it easy to adjust or harder compared to other cities in Italy?
Living in a big city such as Rome is a bit difficult for people coming from smaller cities because it's more chaotic than other ones. But it has a lot of pros. For example, you can do many things and never get tired of the places you visit because they always are different. And when the seasons change, you can see and experience many different activities as well.
Are there any local customs or traditions in your neighborhood that you really enjoy?
I'm not really into traditions of my city, but I love experiencing different things and unconventional ones.
What do you think is the most unique part of Rome culture or life that you think foreigners don't fully understand?
I think that
What do you like to do in your free time? And are there any activities or hobbies that you do regularly?
I'm keen on writing. I love poems, especially the Italian ones, for example, Petrarca or Leopardi. But at the same time, I love also playing my guitar, but I'd like to start playing piano as well.
Do you engage in any sports or physical activities? And are there any specific recreational sports that you do on a daily basis?
I'm attending a K-pop dance class at the moment, and I really love it because I've always loved dancing during my entire life. But I also like to start a singing class, maybe one day.
Do you have any favorite K-pop singers or groups?
My favorite K-pop singers are BTS and ATEEZ.
How important is family time to you in your daily life or recreational activities? And do you get together with your family often, even when you're in Rome? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And what do you want to do after college?
In 5 years, I'd like to be living in another city, maybe in the northern part of Europe, because I especially love Great Britain. So I hope to be traveling a lot and experiencing new people, new places, and I don't know what comes for me, I'll take it.
Do you have any dreams or goals?
I love to travel all around the world. But specifically, I'd love to go to China and Korea.